Right, I'm going to be taking apart this King Arms SIG 556 today. I'm going to be fitting an it's an M1110 spring for Mike. It's quite a good premium quality airsoft rifle. It has a mechanical blowback, which is disabled, I believe, on this model. The first thing I'm going to do is take the handguards off. Now, with these, what you have to do first of all is undo. There's 4 Phillips headed screws, 2 on either side, one there, and one there, and one there. It's a bit dark today. The lighting in here isn't particularly good. That's 2 removed, one there, one there. Do the other side. There we are. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop this pin back in because it has a tendency to spring forwards, and we don't really want that to happen. So I'm going to see if I can get some better light on that. There we are. There it is. You've got one hex screw there on that side and one that side, and that holds the whole thing together basically. So I need to find the right size, which is quite a big one actually. Yeah, there we are. It's, I think that's the right one. Look at that. Right, let's do the other side. I've got my curtains open today, and full daylight in Dover is flooding into my room, but it's not enough. This is the sort of second SIG 556 I worked on. The first one was a Cybergun one, which is a very good gun actually, but the problem was it wasn't built very well. And the metal body tended to split. There we are, there's one. There we go, I think that's ready now. Ah, there we go. Right. Right, I'm going to pop this through now. Oops. There we go, here it comes. Right, that's the forward, and there's the hop unit. It's not unusual, and this should all come apart now. It's top receiver off. There we are, and there's the mechanical blowback, which has been disabled inside. Put that down, and that there is the lower receiver and gearbox combined with a very long nozzle. Right, as it can be seen, I've removed the buffer tube and the awful crane stock. The first thing to undo are these screws on either side of the receiver, there and there, which I'm going to do now. Right, so on either side of the receiver, lower receiver, you've got a screw, one in there, one in there. Now the larger of the 2 screws, that one there, fits in the left hand side, and that's where that comes out of. Next thing I believe is the pistol grip, so let's have a look at this. Let's remove that. Let's remove that carefully. Yep, we have the usual spacer. And these are quite loose. I think someone's had it apart before. we go. Be careful with those cables there. Hold them through. They only go through on one side. There we are. There we are. That's that cage I was talking about here. This is different to the AK style. What tends to go on these are the threads in here, which although it's metal, it is very easy to actually damage the threads on those. But you can get replacements, and I've found with my Cybergun 5.56 the ICS SIG parts fit. So if you happen to damage these threads here, you could easily rustle up an ICS, which I think Fast Support keep in stock. I think, well, they did the last time I bought them. So there we are. That's that. We're going to remove this now. There we are. And so we don't lose those, we'll pop those in there. The right hand one. There we are. Now, to complete the removal of the gearbox, we need to remove these features here, which are really the only things holding the gearbox in place. And you don't really need ambidextrous fast selectors, but you know, it's a nice feature. And it's basically a small Phillips on either side. There's a small spring in there, and there's a small plastic knob thing that fits in there and gives the selector the positive engagement in either semi or full auto. It just fits into these different holes here. I don't believe there is the same on this side, but I know there is on this side. And you've got to be careful you don't lose those. Okay, it's tiny little thing. I usually just hold it in place with some grease if there's any danger of it being lost anywhere. Let's remove this one. Let's just see. As you can see there, those are the gears for that engage the selector, and as you move that, you can see it spinning round. Now, it's interesting on safe. That safe at the moment is pointing vertically down that little mark there on the gears, so remember that. Right, to remove the gearbox, you just need to literally just lift. It might need a little bit of help with the screwdriver there. There we go. Oh, there we are. And that's the selector there, which engages with that, but I'll show you how to do that later. There we are. 16556 gearbox. Let's just give that one very clean gearbox. And put those aside. They are very important how you put those back together, but we will worry about that later. So I'll do this. I like to keep these sort of things together with finger pressure, which it is. Be careful with these, sometimes they can be quite sharp. Oh, there we go. One very nice gearbox. I don't think I've upset the trigger. And pretty poor spring guide actually, that's not very good. Piston's great, no probs, fairly well lubed. Which is really good. It's not bad. You've got a sector chip in there, which is useful. Spring guide, as I said before, is plastic, and I don't think it's that strong, but there we go. Complete. Set this lovely on first. That's going to secure it while we put the screws in. Put the middle one in first. I do hope you can see all this and my hands haven't been in the way. Yeah, that seems alright. There we are.